The lights flicker once, then twice. Your phone loses signal. Gas stations raise prices before noon. The news anchor smiles and says everything is under control. You already feel it. Something has shifted. Not in theory, not in headlines, in the air. You were not waiting for World War III. You were standing in the opening minutes. The Strait of Hormuz is tense. Naval patrols increase. Oil tankers hesitate. Around 20% of the world's oil moves through that narrow waterway. If it closes, even for days, energy prices surge across continents. Inflation rises fast. Markets panic faster. At the same time, cyber units do not sleep. For years, major powers have developed tools to infiltrate power grids, pipelines, and communication networks. Malware can sit quietly inside a system, waiting. When activated, it does not explode. It simply turns things off. Modern war does not begin with a mushroom cloud. It begins with confusion. You open your banking app. It loads slowly. A payment fails. Social media fills with rumors. Some say it is a glitch. Others say it is retaliation. No one knows. That uncertainty is the first weapon. Iran's leverage is geography. Russia's leverage is cyber warfare. China's leverage is supply chains. Each understands the weak points of a global system built on speed and efficiency. If the Strait of Hormuz closes, oil prices spike within hours. Fuel shortages ripple outward. Airlines cut routes. Trucking costs surge. Supermarket shelves thin, not because food has vanished, but because transport slows. Panic buying does the rest. Then come the blackouts. A substation fails. Officials say they are investigating. Another region loses power. It returns, then fails again. Is it sabotage, overload, a test? The lack of clarity is deliberate. Confusion slows response. Fear spreads faster than facts. You begin to understand something uncomfortable. Governments do not defend everything equally. Certain military bases, command centers, and financial hubs are hardened. They have redundancy, backup systems, layers of protection. Ordinary neighborhoods do not. Strategic planners use cold language, acceptable loss, deterrence signaling. In real terms, it means some areas absorb disruption so that others continue functioning. Critical nodes are prioritized, peripheral regions wait. That does not mean abandonment, it means hierarchy. Meanwhile, misinformation floods the space. Fake videos, old footage presented as new, anonymous accounts claiming insider knowledge. The information battlefield becomes as important as any physical one. The internet does not disappear all at once. It fragments. Some services fail, others slow to a crawl. Messages arrive out of order. Trust erodes. The first 72 hours are decisive. Not because cities fall, but because behavior changes. People rush to gas stations, lines stretch for blocks, stores run out of bottled water, ATMs empty. These reactions amplify the original shock. You realize survival is not about bunkers, it is about buffers. Water becomes priority. Municipal systems rely on electric pumps. No power means limited pressure. Fill containers early, not out of panic, out of prudence. Cash matters. Digital payments fail during outages. Small bills keep transactions simple when networks are unstable. Information independence becomes critical. A battery-powered radio can receive emergency broadcasts when mobile data collapses. Reliable sources reduce panic-driven decisions. Community becomes strength. Neighbors who know each other share resources and information. Isolation magnifies fear. Networks reduce it. As days pass, one of two paths unfolds. In one path, tensions cool. Naval escorts secure shipping lanes. Cyber defenses strengthen. Markets stabilize. The crisis becomes another close call in a tense era.
In the darker path, escalation deepens, energy disruptions persist, alliances activate, sanctions expand, retaliations cycle. The global economy strains under sustained pressure. But even in the darker path, collapse is rarely instant. Systems bend before they break. Governments ration fuel. Utilities rotate blackouts to prevent total grid failure. International negotiations continue behind closed doors. War in this era is layered. Economic pressure, digital sabotage, strategic messaging, military positioning. Each layer builds on the others. You cannot control the Strait of Hormuz. You cannot prevent cyber operations between rival states, but you can control your response to instability. Stay calm, reduce dependence on fragile systems where possible, maintain essential supplies without hoarding, verify information before sharing it, strengthen local connections. The greatest danger in the early phase of modern conflict is not always the physical damage, it is panic. The lights flicker again. This time, you are not surprised. You understand that geopolitics is not distant. It flows through cables, pipelines, and satellites into your home. It shapes prices, power, and perception. World War III, if it ever fully arrives, may not begin with sirens. It may begin with inconvenience, with uncertainty, with systems that feel slightly off. Preparedness is not fear, it is awareness. And in a world where pressure points replace battlefields, awareness is the difference between chaos and control.